Hey everyone, what's up? Alright, so Amos Yee. Amos Yee, everyone's favorite Singaporean. So, I'm going to assume that anyone who watches this already knows who Amos Yee is. If you don't, Amos Yee is probably one of the more infamous pedo activists here on YouTube, and it's probably one of the more bigger entities in terms of that whole thing, aside from like groups like NAMBLA and stuff like that. But he basically started spouting his bullshit about pedophilia. In late 2017, he got deplatformed and recently made a sort of comeback, but now he has been deplatformed again. So I'm basically just going to give my thoughts on this. Now, the first time that Amos Yee got taken down, you know, I didn't lose sleep over it because, obviously, I thought that what he was advocating for and what he was saying was abhorrent. But I do consider myself a free speech absolutist to some degree. You know, I think that everyone should have the right to share their beliefs and their opinions in a form of speech, no matter how controversial or unpopular your opinions and beliefs are. Because my view is that, well, once we start censoring these people and saying that they can't share their opinions and their beliefs, then what's to stop them from doing that to other people? You know what I'm saying? So, that was sort of my whole take on the first time Amos Yee got taken down. Again, even though I wasn't going to lose sleep over it, and even though I wasn't going to, like, you know, create a whole freaking campaign to get Amos Yee back on YouTube or anything like that. But he recently came back. He tried to make a comeback in a stream, actually, that I was a part of on Cass Warfox's channel. And if you haven't checked out Cass's channel, go check his channel out. He's very entertaining, a very entertaining dude. But basically, I was in a stream, and this was a debate between Gage the Doom Guy and Nomad Bunny, another pedophile activist. And there was a debate going on. And some others had pretty much jumped on the stream, and it was basically just a blood sports thing at that point. And then, next thing you know, this guy under the username Roger jumps on, and as it turns out, it's Amos Yee. And what proceeded to happen was Amos tried to peddle his bullshit, and he basically got curb stomped by almost everyone in the stream, and then his bitch ass ran away and left. So I guess that was him trying to make some sort of comeback in terms of his online presence or something. Yeah, Stetson, if you're watching this, I know you probably will watch this because it's about Amos, but there's your Lord and Savior, there's your champion right there. He's a little bitch, and he is a little bitch. But, yeah, and then he started a new channel and made a response to Shoe on Head's video that she did in response to, I believe it was Savannah Ape from a while ago. And I think he proceeded to make 2 videos. I went to his channel. I was going to make a response video to one of his videos, but his channel got taken down again. So, obviously that can't happen unless it's been mirrored, in which case, if it has, let me know, please, and maybe I still do a response to it. But yeah, that's pretty much what's happened with Amos Yee as of late. And also, apparently this creep also tried to groom a 14-year-old girl. Yeah, this 14-year-old girl who, from what I've gathered, was basically a spy, an undercover spy who tried to infiltrate some of these pedo groups, and was a part of an anti-pedo group and tried to go in as a spy to some of these pedo groups and, you know, expose them. And she was in a rough patch in her life at the time, and she got tangled up with Amos Yee, and of course, Amos Yee, like with shark with blood in the water, saw her and tried to take advantage of that as much as he could. And a YouTuber called For No Good Reason actually did a video on this, I'll link it below. He did an interview with the girl, actually, and he went through all the messages that Amos Yee and this girl exchanged. It's pretty sickening. You might want to have a vomit bag with you. And I would suggest that you probably shouldn't eat before you watch it, because it's pretty disgusting. So yeah, it's not only bad enough that Amos Yee just spouts a bunch of bullshit about pedophilia, he's also a legitimate creep. Not that he, you know, already wasn't a creep for saying the shit that he says, but the incident with the 14-year-old girl pretty much just confirms that he's a fucking certified creep. Okay, who needs to have his... I'm not gonna say that, but he needs a good ass whipping. Okay, he needs a good ass whipping. He needs a good old-fashioned ass whipping. Someone call up Stone Cold Steve Austin, please, and just stomp a mud hole in him and walk it dry, you know. But anyways, yeah, so that's basically what's been happening with Amos Yee and that whole thing. As far as Amos Yee getting deplatformed again, like I said, the first time I thought that it probably wasn't right that he got deplatformed, but again, I wasn't like upset about it or anything at the same time. This time, I really don't care at all. Like, I didn't care the first time, but this time, I honestly think that he deserved it. I think him getting deplatformed is a good thing. I think it should have happened. And you will rarely ever hear me say that, but I think it should have happened. I agree with it. Because I've been thinking about this. There are 3 reasons why I think speech should be shut down. One is if you're just blatantly slandering someone, just making completely untrue claims about them. 2 is if you're inciting violence or harm against a certain group of people. And then 3, if you're just blatantly doxing someone and giving out their information. Like, those are the 3 times where I think someone should be deplatformed, shut down, what have you. And Amos Yee, because he had a fairly large following, at least the first time around when he was on YouTube, he basically made a bunch of pedos on YouTube and on the internet more brave. And he may as well have been encouraging them to go out and act on their urges. I mean, this guy even went as far as to say that babies can consent to sex. Yes, if you don't know Amos Yee, or if you haven't watched his stuff, yes, he has actually tried to make the argument that babies can consent, that babies are able to understand consent. Yeah, that's the type of person that we're dealing with here. That's the type of sick fuck that we're dealing with here. Yeah, because of that, he would fall into that second category I mentioned, you know, inciting a group of people to enact harm or violence on a group of people. And I know that, you know, some of the pedos that I've been dealing with will come onto this channel and start commenting about, you know, because they like to focus on violence and stuff. And, you know, it doesn't have to be violence. You don't have to force yourself on a child for it to still be molestation and stuff like that. It's very much mental coercion as much as physical coercion, if not more so. Okay, so I'm not only talking about the physical aspect of it for those who are going to jump on here and start spouting their mouths about, oh, we're not advocating for rape, we're not advocating for any of that, you know. Shut the fuck up. We've had this argument many times before. That's all I'm going to say as of right now in terms of that. But yeah, you know, because just from how I see it at this point, Amos Yee may as well have been just saying, yeah, go ahead, go out there, you know, go fuck a child, go take advantage of a child. It's not bad. It's not wrong. Who cares? He may as well have been saying that, so because of that, I don't feel any remorse for what happened to him in terms of him getting deplatformed. And I think it should have happened. And I think the blatant fact that he tried to groom a child is just even more evidence that he should be fucking kicked off. Like, point blank. So, yeah, I guess, to wrap this up, Amos Yee, fuck you. You're a fucking creep, and I hope that karma comes to bite you in the ass eventually. Everything that's bad that happens to you, you deserve. Like, wholeheartedly, you deserve everything bad that happens to you, that will happen to you. And I hope that one day you will get caught. You will say the wrong words to the wrong person, and you will get that smug look beaten permanently off your face. So, yeah, fuck you. And everyone else, have a nice day. Peace.